outlets and things. For example, let's look at this side right here as we're looking at the shelves. This will help in making some decisions about where outlets and switches go. So let's take a look at this. 1, 2, 3.
So yeah, we did a lot yesterday. We ended up wrapping all the homes top to bottom to make sure that we can keep out the water and stuff. And then we ended up doing our electrical layouts with all of our outlets and switches. And we installed most of those as well as some of our light fixtures. We have a few more outlets that just got added in for like a garbage disposal and stuff that we'll have to add over here. I'm waiting for approval from Nelson exactly where to put those. And then besides that, right now, I'm just waiting to talk to him to figure out about this light right here. Because if you see on the plans, it has to be slightly offset compared to this one. So I'm not sure. I think he's telling us to just mainly do what looks best to us, but I'm not sure if there's an exact measurement. So I'm gonna have to ask him about that. So who is Carlito with? Is he with Devin? We just got these printed out for us a little bit ago, and now I think they just changed it. We got new ones. We just got these less than like 30 minutes ago, and I think there was something wrong with them. They were either too enlarged or not big enough or something, because these are blown up images from our blueprints, so there's something wrong with them, so we got new ones. We'll have to work around this one for our cabinet layout and everything.
More changes.
Oh yeah, now I see where it is. It has all of our outlets and switches properly placed for us, so we know where they need to go. All right, I see now. Yeah, I was wondering what they changed, but I see now. All right, that'll be easy. Studs are really centered, and it says it needs to be centered, so yeah, this one's probably a little closer, so I guess we'll go with this one. So then that one, and then this one will be a little bit past the window. We have that one, and it says there'll need to be one right there. Really with construction, you just gotta roll with the punches. There will always be changes with your plans. It's called redlining actually, and you'll always have to redline your plans throughout the process, because a lot of the times what happens is the engineers or the people who draw this up necessarily haven't built exactly what they're drawing up, so they don't know exactly how everything's going to work together. So then when you come out here and actually put it together, you have to work around some stuff that they might have not necessarily thought about when they were drawing it up and stuff. So you just got to find a way to work around the changes, and that's what really makes it good from great construction worker, people who can really work around those and think outside the box and get it done. This is a switch, and it says there needs to be an outlet too. Yes, accuracy is very key, because you don't want to just be winging it, and if you're trying to do something, you're just winging it, trying to do it, but not necessarily know what you're doing, and you mess it up, then you're just wasting time having to fix it. So you definitely want to make sure you have accuracy and you know what you're doing. But it's hard when you have to make these little changes, but you just gotta roll with the punches, and it's mainly trying to make everything look good at the end of the day. Make sure everything is structurally sound and it looks good. Oh, there's the outlet, and then another outlet. All right. Where's Nelson and them? I need to get this checked, unless you know what to look for. I was gonna say I added that, and then I switched that.
So as we build in construction, you get a piece of paper with drawings on it, but you have to be able to modify that drawing to fit what's actually there. So it happens every job. We just automatically know that we're gonna have to make some modification to the plan.
Got Rick. Can you make sure that I have my thing laid out, my electrical stuff laid out in this house properly? Because I added this switch and then I had to switch this around. It says this outlet is supposed to be, or where is it? Where's the sink?
The sink's over here.
Oh yeah, here it is. It says this one's supposed to be...
That's underneath. That's where the garbage disposal is.
That's the garbage disposal one? And then I added this switch, and then that's good? Because this is a switch for the fan, right?
Right, for the exhaust fan.
All right, 36 and a half?
36 and a half. That's the end of that countertop there.
We also have homeowners that decide that, hey, I would really like 2 outlets in my bedroom, one each side of the bed for my nightstands. Well, on the plans, it only drew 1 on that wall. So we would add extra outlets to accommodate the homeowner, and those are all handled through change orders typically.
Oh, so it'll be more over here.
Well, just 3 inches.
It just needs to be 3 inches over
Yeah, just
from
a
the
couple
stud.
blocks,
All right.
nail them to the stud, 2 blocks, then mount your outlet.
Alrighty.
We're gonna have the stove, so we need the fan to get the smoke out.
So we're gonna have a different one
But
right
the
there.
light's gonna just hook to these.
All right. So we're gonna take this down and put a different
Yeah.
fan, a vent fan
Yeah,
right
they got
there.
a 10-inch
Alrighty.
piece coming.
All right, most definitely. So
And then
then,
the switch for that is, you know, where do you show it?
how high up does it have to be?
46 and down.
I'm just getting my layout, making sure I did the electrical layout proper from Rick. He was showing me that I have to try to visually see where our cabinet space is going to be laid out, so I can picture where we'll need our outlets and stuff, because everything has a standard height usually, so you have to put outlets and switches inside the kitchen at 46 and under, because that will make it sit above the counter and below most cabinets. We're gonna replace this light. Lucky we didn't screw it in yet. We're just gonna be able to take that down real nice and easily, and we're gonna replace it with a vent, because there'll be a stove right here. So then we'll be able to properly vent out all of the heat and stuff to make sure we keep it nice and cool in here while people are cooking. We're gonna learn how to solder, because we have to solder for our plumbing. We didn't do plumbing on our last build, but we'll do plumbing on this one. So that'll be really fun and interesting to learn.
That is the real world, when you're out building and actually come into a problem and actually have to fix the problem that you come into.
What we're doing for this 1-foot cabinet, we're gonna have them nail 2 blocks on there.
To get it to where you
Over
need
3
so that it's not in the oven.
Just on that one.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Gotta make sure it's nice, butted up. It's a little hard. They usually don't want to put it all the way in. I'm gonna have them check it before I put it all the way in case I do have to pull it out.
We need one more.
Yeah, that's what it was. One was just in more than the other one. Alrighty.
You want to go, cabinet ends at 42 right here, so if you work with that one right here, that would be good.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's actually a code. They have to be certain lights and switches have to be set at a certain height, and these ones have to be set for the kitchen. They have to be set 46 and below, so that they could sit, like I was saying earlier, above the counter but below your cabinets. And then in normal, these normal ones, these outlets have to sit in between 16 and 12, and then these ones have to sit in between 48 and 44. So it's just a 4-inch gap between them, but it's very specific where they have to sit, because it's a code, and it's mainly just for accessibility, so it's easier for people to get to them easier, so you don't have to work so hard to get to them. But besides that, there's really no, it's not like a safety hazard or anything. It's just mainly to make it look all nice and uniform.
I don't want to interrupt.
Been like, here's our guest appearance, Cassandra. What do we need this box for? Looks good. As you see on this one, it's not much higher, but that's a good eighth right there. And that'd be noticeable, especially when they're so close to each other. So I'm gonna fix that. See, so it was lined up with the bottom of this, but when people do this caret mark, what you're usually supposed to do, that means you're supposed to line up with the center of that. But if I lined up with the center, that would have been slightly higher. And I honestly think I might have made that mark. So that might have been my own fault, you know? That's why you should always double check yourself. Yeah, mainly just eyeballing it, you know what I mean? Because you can, it's mainly what looks good. And when you just take a step back, you can definitely have a better perspective and compared to when you're all pushed up against it. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and look at your work. My measurements are saying it's right, but looks like it is slightly lower. But then again, this box is a different color and bigger, so it could just be my mind playing tricks on me. Super convenient, these little things, man. If we didn't have these, it would be so hard because that offsets it for the drywall. Just don't want to put them all the way in so they can get double checked. Just in case, but yeah, that looks good.
Because he said that he wanted to separate them from each other.
Yeah, a whole lot of changes. We made a bunch of changes to our electrical boxes and our switches and our outlets because we now figured out where our countertops and stuff are going to be. So we have to orientate around that so that everything is functional and proper, so that it's not too hard for the people to access their outlets and their switches once the countertops and the cabinets are all installed. And yeah, so we made a bunch of little changes, but that's what happens with this, and we'll just roll with it and get it done.